Welcome to the Deep Dive, brought to you by Ben and Jen Podcasts. Today we're doing a quick run-through, basically a shortcut, to get you clued in on a pretty interesting piece of tech. It's the TANGOTOK 80,000 RPM cordless car vacuum and air duster. Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. And we've spent some serious time going through the Amazon listing, really digging into those customer reviews, the specs, everything. The goal here is simple. Give you the key stuff so you don't have to sift through pages and pages yourself.
Okay, great. So let's unpack this device then. It says it's a 4-in-1 high-power handheld blower pump. That sounds ambitious for a small gadget. What does that actually mean for someone thinking about buying it?
Well, that's what jumps out, right? It's versatility. It's not just a vacuum cleaner, though it is powerful. We're talking up to 20,000 pascals of suction power from a 110-watt brushless motor.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit for a handheld.
20,000. Wow.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be pretty quiet, too, under 70 decibels, like normal conversation level.
Yeah.
But beyond vacuuming, it's also designed to work as a blower, for dusting keyboards or vents.
Yeah.
And an inflator and deflator. So think air mattresses for camping, maybe pool toys, that kind of thing.
Okay, so it really tries to cover a lot of bases. Car, home, camping, pet hair, even electronics cleaning.
Exactly. And it has 3 different suction levels you can adjust depending on, what you're trying to clean.
Okay. It's got a 4.4-star rating overall from about 30 global ratings. Sounds pretty decent on paper. But what are actual users saying? What really stood out to them? The good and maybe the not so good.
People seem genuinely surprised by the suction power, especially given how small and light it is. It's only like 1 pound.
Just 1 pound. That's incredibly light.
Right. Very easy to handle.
Yeah.
They also like the number of attachments that come with it and the fact that it includes a carrying case to keep everything together.
Makes sense.
And the runtime got mentioned positively, too, around 30 to 35 minutes. Plus, it uses USB-C for charging.
Oh, USB-C fast charging.
Yep, gets a full charge in about 3 hours, which is pretty convenient.
Okay, strong power, lightweight, good attachments, decent runtime. Sounds compelling. But there are always trade-offs, right? Especially when something's trying to do so much in a small package. What are the compromises here?
Definitely. Probably the biggest point of feedback was the dust cup size. It's only 200 milliliters.
200 milliliters, that's tiny.
It is quite small, yeah. So for anything more than a quick spot clean, you're going to be emptying it pretty often.
Right, vacuuming a whole car floor would mean several trips to the bin, probably.
Exactly. And a couple of people mentioned that the little internal flap, the one meant to keep debris in, doesn't always seal perfectly. So, some bits might fall back out if you hold it the wrong way.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, a couple of other things noted were no filter on the air intake when you use it as a duster, which might be a concern if you're blowing dust off delicate electronics. You don't want to blow other dust onto them.
Good point.
And some found the instructions for figuring out which attachment does what a little less than intuitive. A bit confusing.
Okay, so that small dust cup seems like the main practicality issue. Maybe limiting its all-around usefulness?
It kind of depends on expectations, I think. For quick cleanups, grabbing crumbs, dusting the dash, probably fine. But yeah, if you're hoping it'll replace a bigger vacuum for larger tasks, that small capacity is definitely a limitation. Makes it more of a supplementary tool.
Gotcha. So thinking about buying it, it's not just about the vacuum itself these days, is it? There's often that whole layer of protection plans offered online.
Right, and the source material actually highlights that. There are pretty robust options available. Things like a 2-year plan for, I think it was around $6, or a 3-year plan for maybe $8.
That's quite cheap for peace of mind.
It is. And they even mention a monthly subscription, like a Complete Protect thing, that covers basically all your eligible Amazon purchases, past and future. These plans, usually from companies like Asurion, cover things the manufacturer's warranty doesn't, like accidental drops or spills, and failures after the original warranty expires.
And they promise easy claims, quick service, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the selling point. Quick and easy claims, repairs or replacements. It adds a safety net.
So let's take a step back. We've got the product features, the user feedback, these protection options. What does the sheer existence of all this detailed information, especially the reviews and protection plans, tell us about how we shop now? What are the expectations?
That's a really interesting angle. I think what it shows is a big shift in consumer trust. It's less about just blindly trusting a brand name now. People demand transparency. They want to see detailed specs, sure, but they really rely on peer experiences. Those user reviews are crucial.
Validation from other buyers.
Exactly. And then adding those protection plans on top, it suggests people aren't just buying a product, they're buying security, long-term usability. Peace of mind is part of the package. It points to a marketplace where trust isn't just given, it has to be earned through transparency, through social proof, and through these kinds of third-party assurances.
Fascinating. So it's about building confidence in the entire purchase, not just the item itself.
Precisely.
All right, that wraps up our deep dive for today. We've quickly pulled out the key nuggets on this TANGOTOK device, its power, the real-world pros and cons, and that important layer of protection. Hopefully, this gives you some valuable insights for your own decisions, whether it's this vacuum or really anything else you're buying online.
Absolutely. Understanding all these layers, the product, the feedback, the safety nets, that's really key to being a savvy shopper today.
So if you found this helpful, we'd love it if you could hit that like button, subscribe to Ben and Jen podcasts right here on YouTube, and maybe drop a comment below. Let us know your thoughts or perhaps suggest what you'd like us to deep dive into next time. Thanks for listening.